The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Garoppolo, first play, going to throw it. Man open, that's Ray McCloud. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Garoppolo looks to throw. Hard throw, incomplete. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. On play action, here's Tua. Open man downfield is Hill. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Completes it to the tight end Smythe. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Working with a 2nd and 3. Here's Tua. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Heck of a start for him here, Charles, on this opening drive, and they're doing it all through the air. That's 4 snaps and 4 passes so far.
And I do think that there's an argument, Brandon, to maybe mix in a running play or two, but the way that these offenses are constructed, you can get that done with swing passes and checkdowns. The way they're throwing it, I'd keep pressing it downfield.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. It's a slant to Hill. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. And this will be incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. And they'll get this down to the 10. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Now Tua. Buying time to his left. This will be caught at about the 5. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Tua to throw again. just get rid of it.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
Edmonds. Yeah, this is going to depend on his spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. On 2nd and 9. Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 26. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That ball caught, Brandon Ayuk. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. The kick by Gould is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he is going to have the Dolphins' 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. The numbers for him from a week ago: 6 catches, 53 yards, and a touchdown.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
A first carry for the former 49er, Raheem Mostert. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Once again, it's Mostert. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Garoppolo's throw complete there to McLeod.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. On first down, they go with Mostert again. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Play action. Now it's Tua. And going deep for Hill. And this will be incomplete. Both players with a shot at it that time, but neither coming away with it. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
On 2nd and inches, Garoppolo firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. On the tackle there, Zach Sealer out of Ferris State. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Garoppolo. A quick throw, but incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Garoppolo. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hill. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Tua sets up to pass it. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. Looking to pass. Tua. And that is incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit.
And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. On 3rd down, they run with Edmonds. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. Sanders' kick is good. And they continue to lead in the battle of field goals here. It's now 9-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. After the turnover, it's Tua. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete. After the incompletion, here now 3rd and 2. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Garoppolo now. He's got the hook up to McLeod. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Tua going to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. He'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Completes it to Samuel. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. The kick by Sanders is good, and that will do it for this first. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at the 15. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Looking to throw. Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. On second down, McCaffrey. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. McCaffrey following the penalty. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Throwing on 2nd and long. Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Dolphins drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. Despite some fast footwork, he's still wrangled down shy of the 15. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd and 7. Tua steps away. Tua hit, and the ball is out. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Garoppolo looks to throw. Able to complete this one to McLeod. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards that time. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 47 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Garoppolo. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Slant route connects with Deebo Samuel. Touchdown! Deebo Samuel, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is down to 2. A 10-play drive that time. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Tua to try again on 2nd down. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Tua. And that will be incomplete as well. Here's Thomas Morstead now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Oh, able to avoid him. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. He'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. 3rd quarter of a 2-point game, a good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. McCaffrey running up the middle, able to avoid him at the 40. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. He was trying to get it to George Kittle as tight end, but it's going to be 2nd down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the 1st. Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Second and 5 now. Tua. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Now Tua. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. He juked him. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Garoppolo now. 1st down throw. Over the middle. That's caught by McLeod. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. They'll drop to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. A field goal try would be almost 50 yards from this spot. So what can they do to get closer now on 3rd down? He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And his bid for the 1st down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for a 4th quarter lead. The kick by Gold is good, and they take the lead out in front at 13 to 12. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Garoppolo on 1st down. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this returnable for Hill. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Back to the air on 2nd down, Tagovailoa. And this is going to be incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to pass. Tua. He'll swing that out to Edmonds. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Miami. .37 yards on the punt with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 82 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Throwing on 1st is Garoppolo. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Now the 2nd-year man from Louisiana. Here's Elijah Mitchell. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Here's Hill on the return. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Once again, it's Mostert. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Tua sets up to pass it. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run right side with Mostert. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now a give to Mostert running right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one 28 yards on the ground. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 27. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. From the gun, it's Tua. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final stages. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th. So it's another field goal here. He may need to ice his leg after this one. That's now 5 field goals converted in this game alone.
Yeah, get the trainer. They're going to need this guy, and they've needed every single one of the field goals he's made, too. If they're going to get out of here with a win, I say he gets a game ball.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Garoppolo to throw. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try it now with Mostert. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Down to an E goes Tua, and that should just about do it. Charles, in these lower scoring games, you know it better than anybody. Points are at such a premium, but taking care of the football is king. They played turnover free from whistle to whistle, and they come through with a victory.
Yeah, and that's what won them the game, because even doing it that way, being that clean partner, they weren't able to really run away with this game. So that tells us just how important it was to make sure you played mistake-free football. That led to the victory. So for the Dolphins, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as